Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on Archive. DStyle here. We're listening to Archive. Throw a jab at the like button. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you could throw a jab at the dislike button. But go ahead and press on. All right. DJ Mexicano de Tejas. What's going on? Man, we got a show for you tonight, guys. Man, oh man, do we got a show for you tonight? All right. Oh boy, do we got a show? All right, man. So check it out, man. Couple of things, and the first thing I want to talk about is I don't know if you guys have heard the news or not, but Dan RAFAEL has been given the boot by ESPN. He's been given the boot. Oh, DStyle. They didn't fire him, DStyle. They just didn't renew his contract. Yeah. They want him around. Dan the man. That's right. Big Dan is gone. This is a glorious day. This day is the most glorious day of them all for a while. And I got to tell you, it gives me something to talk about in regards to sport of boxing. I don't know what it was, maybe ESPN didn't want to pay for 3 plane tickets. Maybe it was that. Man, Dan, when we fly you out, we got to pay 3. We got to pay 3 plane tickets for you. And you want first class so you could eat. I don't know, man. That's a lot of money. Dan RAFAEL. AJ10 asks, to be fair, what value does Dan RAFAEL bring to ESPN? Nothing. Dan RAFAEL, all right, was a waste of space. All right? That's what it was. Let me put it in the comment here. Let me just. Big Dan fired from ESPN. And motherfucker, you already know this dude, right? You know he's watching his videos, bro. All right? I hope you are, Big Dan. I hope you are. And again, you got to tune into DStyleBoxing Live. Stay right here. Throw a jab at the like button. Share the video on your social media platforms. I'll have Callie on here in a little bit, and we're gonna be breaking down our own 10 Commandments, baby. That's right. And more of this COVID-19 talk, because I'm still hearing a lot of nonsense out there. Okay, so we're gonna go over that too. And if anybody wants to come on, you can come on if you want. Okay. All right. AJ10, ESPN doesn't need to pay a boxing journalist in 2020. Well, I kind of disagree with that, AJ10. However, I'm not sure if that's the guy. Okay. Big Dan already hit the thumbs down. Good. I'm glad, motherfucker. Okay. Big Dan is gone. Sayonara. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, motherfucker. That's right. Marcus Johnson, what's going on? And John, of course, on here. Check it out, guys. Say hello as you come on and stay here, bro. Have a drink. Get some popcorn. You know what I mean? Yo, Dan. I'm sure somebody will hire Dan. I don't know who, but I'm sure somebody will. Um, what did Dan? I want to ask everybody this, like all bullshit aside. What did Dan Raphael bring? Forget about his. Let's say he's biased, dude. A lot of you motherfuckers are biased too. You know what I mean? So let's put that aside. That wasn't even my main issue with him. Okay. At all. Now, did I have an issue with him editorializing when it wasn't supposed to be like opinion type articles? Absolutely, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, I wouldn't be happy that a dude got fired for that, but he had specific agendas, all right, that I despised, all right. Boxing Dialogue, okay, you thought he was okay, all right. Well, he's the head of ESPN boxing writers, and he's just okay. That's what you guys want. That's your standard, okay. Well, what did Dan Raphael bring? He's getting all this praise for having chats. Oh, Dan, he had chats on ESPN.com with boxing heads. So what? I have a chat right now. I got people in my chat. Like me, this normal dude got people I'm chatting with. So what? Who cares? That's like, what does that even mean? First of all, the dude was thin-skinned. All right? It was really, really thin-skinned. He would say some of the most obnoxious things about fighters. And when he was called out on it, he would block people. All right? I just said that what he said about Chris Arreola was ironic because he was calling him fat. Am I wrong? I just said, well, that's ironic. That's all I said. Did he have to block me? All right. Was that necessary? What's going on, Chicano Prophet? Stay right here, guys. Throw a jab at the like button. Dan Raphael, okay, didn't really bring much to the table. I'm sorry. Right? His writing wasn't all that. What, you were writing about a fight we just saw? Okay. He was wrong a lot. I mean, like, seriously. He would announce that the fights are official and then they weren't official. Now, that could happen to anybody, but it happened a lot. But even then, a lot of people do that. I don't care. Right? Well, what did he do that was so unique? This dude worked for ESPN. He couldn't get access to anything. Can somebody explain to me if you ever saw Dan Raphael in a boxing gym watching a dude spar, doing interviews? They're doing specials like that. Anything like that? Nope. Dude was always at home. Okay? And then openly complaining that he had to purchase the fights on pay-per-view so he could cover them sometimes. Okay? That's Dan Raphael. When Eddie Hearn said, we're not going to provide you writers with tables, all right? Dan Raphael got mad. Why did Dan Raphael get mad? Because he wanted a table. So he could munch out on his Cheetos and his Ruffles. And I don't know why, like, Ruffles really seem, it looks like a good brand of chips a guy like Dan Raphael would munch on. You don't think so? I think so. Maybe. All right. Now, I'm not even exaggerating when people tell me that they will catch this dude with food in his hand almost at boxing events almost all the time. That's not hard to believe. I don't know if that's true or people are just being sarcastic. But even then, the fact that he wouldn't go to boxing gyms that I know of, really, I mean, this guy, he was just an entitled motherfucker, right? When there was conference calls, he would get first bids on all the questions. And you would ask generic questions, right? They weren't that, but he would just hog up a lot of the airtime, right? But even then, still, I don't care. What's going on, Joe Lopez 40 ounce? I haven't read one in a while too, AJ10. For what? Why am I going to read an article about a fight that I just saw on TV? Doesn't make sense. I'd rather come on here and hear boxing fans talk about it. The fact that this motherfucker, okay, he was a snot-nosed asshole, okay? Maybe it is Doritos Boxing Dialogue. He seems like a Doritos guy. Like ranch, right? Or like nachos, the nacho flavor, whatever they call it. Can somebody help me understand? A party-sized bag, that's why he needed a table. Eddie Hearn was like, bro, we're not going to have tables. Like, we can't give tables to the writers. There's high demand for this fight. We're trying to fit more fans in here. We can't, like, it's going to cost us like $2,000 just to give you a table. Made a big deal about it, right? It wasn't, like, I'm not an Eddie Hearn fan, but it's not his fault. You can't put a laptop on your lap. It ain't his fault. If you want to, you could watch it at home, motherfucker. It's not like he was going around interviewing fighters and shit anyway. Dan Rafael just sat his ass there, ate food, went to the buffets backstage, and watched the fucking fight. That's all he did. And then he would write an article about it, and that was it. A half-assed, okay, subpar article. His articles weren't even that good, right? I'm sorry. All right? Like, they were okay at best. No, but DStyle, he had a love for boxing. I don't give a fuck if a dude has a love. We all have a love for boxing. What the fuck does that even mean? He didn't give a fuck about the people that had a love for boxing. He didn't give a fuck when someone I have as a co-host on here, right, went to say hi to him a couple years ago, and he gave him a look like this and looked at his hand like his hand was dirty or some shit, and just looked away like a snot-nosed asshole and walked away. He didn't give a fuck about that man's, love for boxing. And a while back, he talked shit about this community, right? And was forced to apologize. I know Outside the Ropes reminded me about that. That's true, actually. What does he bring to the fucking table? When have you seen him do some exclusive story? Like, all bullshit aside, not release a broken story, because like a lot of people would call him and give him first dibs on the story, and he would just write about it. I'm talking, when did he do some investigative fucking work? Besides work behind the scenes, okay, to conspire against other people, what else did this motherfucker do? Oh, but DStyle, he didn't do that. Oh, yes, he did. He had a lot to say, okay, about a lot of people. Now, that's his prerogative, but it don't mean I gotta be sad that he got fired. I'm gonna be honest. Good. I'm glad he got fired. I'm glad they saw no worthiness in him and said, we're not going to renew your contract. They looked at him and they said, you're not worth a renewal of this. Bye. But even then, but DStyle, you already went over that ain't even the tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg, all right, is what this motherfucker did to Guillermo Rigondeaux. All right? Now, before, like, all the same arguments you motherfuckers want to give for him, defending him. Oh, he's just a guy that loved boxing, DStyle. You don't think Guillermo Rigondeaux loved boxing? You don't think he loves his sport? And we know he loves it because he fucking trained on it. He perfected a fucking craft. So we know that the whole love of the sport thing goes out the window with that. This motherfucker went on a mission to label this dude boring and unwatchable, okay? And used a platform like ESPN to try and do it. Fuck that guy, okay? And Steve Kim, fuck him too. Steve Kim tweeted out in 2011, 2012, somewhere around there, okay? Motherfucker tweeted out that that Keith Gamboa get the other Cubans in a raft and send them back to Cuba is what he tweeted out. Fuck that guy. Okay? Fuck that dude. You understand? Do you guys understand? Fuck that guy. For trying to take the livelihood of somebody who escaped from fucking Cuba, just trying to make a fucking living, and beat the shit out of the fighter you called the fight of the year. Well, fuck you. All right? Also, motherfucker called David Price the prospect of the year. What type of a fucking fail? Now that I think of it, that's worse than Shabransky. That's worse than the white supremacists on here that were pumping up Shabransky. That's worse. How about that? But these style, I mean, David Price looked like the goods. Okay. Right. David Price. Okay. Nah, but these style at that time, this dude, bro, all right, has this, like, the nerve of Dan Raphael. It's not just me saying this, guys. Multiple people have met this guy, and he's been a complete jerk to them. Multiple. Okay? Now, I'm not saying he has to like everybody, but I don't got to like him. I don't got to like him. Fuck that guy. Okay? Fuck that dude. I'm glad he got fired. No, but these style. No, but he's just a guy doing his job. So was Rigondeaux. Is boxing a profession? Yes, it is. Boxing is a profession. What did he do? Well, what did he do wrong? Now, this isn't the only fighter. I'm just giving you an example of a fighter. Okay? That's what I'm doing. Now, you could take that or you can, whatever you want, do with it. Maybe you don't like Rigondeaux, so you just like, you're like, whatever. Well, I agree with what he said. Okay, well, too bad. Like, it's look, let me tell you something, okay? Dan Raphael is more than replaceable. Okay? That dude's very replaceable. Well, what the fuck has he done? Oh, okay, he had some chats. He had some chats with boxing fans. That's what he brought to boxing? That's the, that's what this motherfucker brought to the sport? That's it? He had some chats? But dude, he was chatting with people. So what? Anybody could do that. Anybody. Ariel Helwani, okay, covers MMA. He has an MMA show, okay, that millions of people watch. Joe Rogan he works for UFC and he does commentating for them. He has the most popular podcast in the fucking planet. And he talks more positively about boxers than fucking Dan Raphael did. What did this motherfucker bring to the sport? What did he bring? I want you to go ahead and look back and give me some examples of when Dan Raphael, broke a story that, took some courage to put out. Or did he just break the stories that Golden Boy and Top Rank and so on and so forth told him to break? Oh, but he got an argument with B-Hop in a Fight Hype video. Because he was asking a stupid question. All right? And B-Hop called him out on a stupid question. I am just saying. Shout out to Nelson Santos, Reggie Owens, Barbershop Conversations, Jay Cooley, what's going on? I need to understand. Can somebody explain to me what Dan Rafael? All I keep hearing is, oh, everyone. I see people celebrating Dan Rafael was fired, but guys, he really loved the sport. So we all love the sport. We all love the sport. I love the sport. Every person in the chat loves the sport. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? And before someone tells me, oh, DStyle, Steve Kim never tweeted that. Oh, yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. Give me Gamboa, but the rest of the Cubans round him up on a raft and send him back to Havana. Hashtag the truth. That was in 2011. Yo, ESPN. See that shit? But DStyle, why are you telling? I'm not telling on him. It's what he publicly tweeted. I didn't hack into his phone and steal his text and put him out to the world. It's his tweet. All right? Whatever I say in this video, if somebody shows it to somebody, I can't turn around and be like, oh, man, why are you snitching what I said? Well, DStyle, you literally said it on YouTube in front of the world. All right? Feel free to try to use anything I say against me. Anything you want right now. Okay? Anything you want. Go ahead. Anything you want. Dan Rafael, okay, is this. I don't like the dude, bro, right? And I know a lot of dudes, bro, that are in no way, shape, or form controversial or anything like that, okay? I mean, that, and about some of them don't even know each other. They just happen to know me. I know them separately, and have told me almost identically the same thing. If Dan Rafael, okay, didn't like feel like you were worth anything, he just looked at you like you were a piece of shit. Okay? And this is the look that I always described. That one. All right? And anybody knows Big Dan knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Because it's more than one person that has told me that. Right? I have no sympathy for Dan Rafael. Zero. Just like he had no sympathy for Guillermo Rigondeaux, I have zero sympathy for him. Okay? Zero. Right? I also see people on Twitter right now saying, why is everybody bashing Steve Kim? Well, first of all, Steve Kim bashes people all the time. All right? But so that doesn't even make sense to me, but it's whatever. I was just bringing up a fact. If he is the head of ESPN, you know what I mean? If he's the head of ESPN, then we have some serious talking to do. Okay. Then we need to do some serious exploring of where ESPN is going here. ESPN needs to hire somebody, okay, that is knowledgeable and that's going to put in some work, all right, and utilize the platform of ESPN, okay, to expose some stories, all right? And stop hogging all the fucking stories, bro. I remember the blood boxing used to make hilarious Dan the Man videos in 2009, 2010. Bro, Dan Rafael, along with a lot of these motherfuckers, okay, they talk a lot of shit, bro. Right? All they do is bash people. And look, man. I was blocked by Dan Rafael back in 2011, okay, for something trivial. It was trivial. I was being sarcastic, but like he blocked me. What? You're the head of ESPN Boxing. If I didn't personally attack him. I'm not attacking him now, right? But what's done is done. Dan Rafael's better than Steve Kim. I mean, you could argue that, Kim Alaz. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to tell people, I don't know if we got an upgrade, but I see a lot of Dan Rafael's friends saying, oh, he's a good guy. You know what I mean? A lot of his peers are saying that. Well, why do a lot of upstarts, people that are just trying to get a break in boxing and stuff like that, okay? Why don't those people have a positive things to say about Dan Rafael? You know how you judge somebody's character? Let me tell you how you judge somebody's character. It's not the only way to judge someone's character, but how you treat people that can do nothing for you in a consistent basis. Okay? I'm just saying. All right? Kamalas, I don't like Kevin Iole at all. I do not like Kevin Iole. I used to be okay with Kevin Iole. I have certain gripes with Kevin Iole. Okay? Coppinger, not a fan either. I'm not a fan of these guys, bro. But Kevin Iole treats boxing like it's fucking ugly stepchild, bro. He's in love with fucking UFC and all that. Right? We need a dude that's dedicated to boxing. You know what I mean? Steve Kim's a Golden Boy employee, absolutely. Anyone that works for Ring Magazine or something like that should not be the head writer for ESPN. Big Dog Willie, what's going on? Look at that, $2 super chat. What's going on, bro? Daily affirmation. Fuck Dillian White, absolutely. For sure. Right? Big Dan. All right, Big Dan. All right, Steve Kim is a Golden Boy employee. I'm not a fan, haven't been a fan, will never be a fan of Dan Rafael. Okay? I don't know who that big guy is, but get rid of him. Right? Who is that dude? I guess I don't see the comment on my end, but yeah, I don't see it. John, he blocked Setback for saying he should have mocked professional fighters. Bro, this dude would beef with professional fighters. I mean, he would talk really tough, bro. I'm a firm believer. I honestly believe this. If you wouldn't say it to their face, don't say it. Right? And I know what you guys are going to say. Oh, but DStyle, you said a lot of things about fighters too. I would say it to their face. Okay? I would. Now, I honestly don't think I've ever said anything out of bounds outside of a couple fighters, but to be honest with you, but whatever I say, I would say it to their face. Dan Rafael, come on, dude. Right? Well, ESPN did hire Steve Kim Alas, okay? You got to keep in mind, man, I don't know how the hiring process works, but it's not like they know what the fuck's going on, okay? All right? Like, I'm just telling you that right now. I don't know, right? You know, he got the gig, good on him, but I don't know, man. Maybe he's the head writer now. Then maybe they say, we don't got to pay two dudes. We'll just pay Steve Kim. You know? I'll give Steve Kim this. I don't know if he still does it, but he'll at least go to the gyms and see how sparring's going and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I think then Rafael would go to the media workouts, but that's about it. And that's an I think. Anybody ever see Big Dan at media workouts? I don't know. It'd be maybe for big fights and stuff like that, but I don't know. Right? His time has come and passed. Yo, Kelly. Is Kelly there? Kelly Enigma? It's about that time. All right? It's about that time, guys. Let me see. Let me text him quick. Now, I don't know why he fired Setback. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't have an issue with Nestor Gibbs. However, I mean, look, guys, I mean, you also got to think about the boxing knowledge. You know what I mean? And I don't, to me anyway, to be the head writer of ESPN, you need to have some boxing knowledge. Okay, especially the history of boxing, stuff like that. That's my only issue with Nestor Gibbs. I don't follow any of these boxing media guys. Okay. AJ10 says, and you guys don't have to. You can watch the fucking fights yourself. Okay? Our jobs as fans is not to get caught up with the politics and all that. Okay? We don't even have a job. We watch the fights, okay? And then we say, okay, that guy and this guy, who's better? Get them in the ring, right? Let's have them fight. That's our job. Right? That's what we should be doing. Oh, no, but this guy, I don't give a fuck. I want to see that fight. That's it. We don't need to overcomplicate this, guys. Like, honestly. I always got the sense that they didn't do it for the love of the sport. It's just something that came up. Okay? Callie's, you're saying his connection. All right, no problem. Let me see here. I'm getting some text on my end. Oh, man, I tried to cover NFL NBA, but the boxing gig opened up. And that's how a lot of these boxing writers you guys see today, all right? Boxing was not their first love. Guys. Now, I'm not saying that's a requirement, but when a large majority of the boxing writers you see just took up boxing because they couldn't quite do it with the other sports, you have to question that. Right? Seriously. Just saying. Just saying. Let's see here. Dan Rafael. And also, like, I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, I'm okay with casual fans and even some boxing fans not liking certain styles or even not respecting certain styles or whatever, right? I just think that someone of that's the head writer of ESPN for boxing, like, I don't think it's that far off or that unreasonable for me to say that they should respect all styles of boxing. I'm not saying they can have a preference, right? But the term, like, oh, this is for the boxing purists. Like, I think a head writer for ESPN should be a boxing purist. Like me, I'm a boxing purist. Okay? I can appreciate a lot of fight. I'm not saying I never see a fight where I'm like, this fight's dreadful, but I could appreciate a good boxing fight, a good chess match. I can, and I enjoy it because I understand what I'm watching. I'm not going to tell other fans how to feel and whatnot, but Dan Rafael just isn't a boxing purist, right? And I always had issue with that. Alex Setback was a basketball guy. That's right. He was. He was. A lot of these, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'll give Ali this, bro. He puts in more work than Dan Rafael. Okay? That's without a shadow of a doubt. Right? But I'm kind of sick about talking about Dan Rafael. Okay? I think I feel the way Dan feels after he has those big meals and shit and those buffets. I'm kind of like, just saying. With that said, let's talk about COVID-19 while I'm waiting for Callie here. A couple of two things I'm hearing, guys. Right? And I always try to make sure I'm wording this in a way that you guys kind of understand, right? Like, I'm not trying to, like, let's go over it really quick. All right. A talking point I'm hearing a lot, and it's coming up a lot, is that the flu has killed more people this year than COVID-19. That's what I'm hearing. Okay? It hasn't. Wait, but that's what they're saying. No. Flu season, okay, doesn't start in January. All right. We're in the middle or kind of towards the tail end of flu season then. You guys understand? Like you guys, I hope everyone is kind of understanding what I'm saying. All right. Let's pull up some estimates here. I'll pull them up for you. Let's first look at COVID-19. Right. As of right now, 581,000 people have COVID-19, coronavirus, as of right now. And climbing, guys. We just had a big bump. You know, I said, oh, look, it looks like we're curving. Nah, we had a big increase. It's not slowing down. I hope people understand this. I hope people understand what I'm saying. I really do. I hope you understand. Like, listen to what I'm saying. All right? Let me show you guys this map right now. Okay? Let me show you this graph. Okay? Let me share this and we'll get Callie on. Estimated U.S. influenza burden by season. And we could start in 2010 and 2011 and so on. Okay? Deaths, hospitalizations, and illnesses. We had 37,000 deaths in 2010, 2011. Notice how it says because it's flu season, guys. It's when the fall starts and towards the end of winter. Now, they still calculate the whole year, but when it's cold is when most of the deaths happen because more people get the flu. And in 2017, 2018, 61,000 people died. That's a lot of people, okay? Now, do you notice a big spike from 2012 on? Okay, that's because you had a lot of anti-vaxxers out here, okay? A trend of anti-vaxxers was going about saying, oh, it causes this and that. What started happening, more people started getting the flu. More people started getting hospitalized. More people started dying, okay? But the top one was 61,000. And you could say, well, that's a lot. DStyle, that's a lot of deaths. Right? And it is. I never said the flu something to scoff at. However, okay, as of right now, 24,000 people have died of COVID-19. Do you guys know when the first COVID-19 death was? February. We're not even done with April. Okay? Yes, James, he's going to miss those turkey sandwiches for sure. Like less than 2 months, it's killed 24,000 people and climbing. The deadliest day that the flu has had in decades was already surpassed by COVID-19 weeks ago. And day after day, it's a higher kill rate by day. Stop telling me that the flu kills more people without putting more perspective. It just started killing in February. Do you guys not understand that? The flu's ongoing. The flu's been here. Okay, it's been here killing. This shit just got started. By the way, I do hope that this chart shows people why you shouldn't be an anti-vaxxer. Right? Let me get Callie on here because I want his thoughts on this. And then we're going to go over the main topic tonight. All right? Callie, the link's in the chat. We're only going to let Callie Enigma, by the way. If anybody else jumps on, just to keep the show flowing, just me and Callie for now. But and then if we have time, I'll let you guys on later. As of right now, we're going to be at 600,000 people by tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? And then we're going to get to 1 million. By the end of the month, we're going to have over 1 million people with this fucking thing. And it's still going to be growing. But we have people out here acting like it's no big deal. It's just the flu. Right? And then you have the flip side. I've always said this. It's not the flu, okay, which isn't something to scoff at, right? It's not the flu, right? But it's not a nuclear holocaust, right? You guys see that? So understand that. Like, it's not. Do I believe there's people panicking too much about this? Yes, right? I'm not saying panic. I'm saying take it serious. There's a difference. I'm saying practice social distancing. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying if you can, why not? Wear a fucking mask. If you can, is it too much to ask? You should be doing these things anyway, like washing your hands, for example. Okay? I did not, Joe Lopez 4 downs. I stopped watching them. Bro. You know what I mean? Kelly Enigma. Is he there? I don't know where Kelly went. I'm going to email it to Kelly just in case. So he gets it on his email as well. You get a notification that way. But there's a lot of people saying, oh, the flu killed more people. In an entire flu season, like you're comparing 6 months to less than 2 months. What are you guys doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like when I tell you, in fact, let me find this here. What's up, Cal? I see you, bro. I emailed it to you as well, but so you don't have to go to your email. I'll just post it on here. There we go. Like this, nothing I click for anybody like, hey, that's a good point. Like it's killing more people per day than the flu has in decades. Then nothing clicks. Like nothing. And that's we never done all this for the flu, by the way. We've never done social distancing in decades, guys. Okay, we don't go out with encourage people to wash their hands and practice social distancing, and it's still surpassing the flu and kill rate. What's going on, Kelly?
Oh man, just got through talking to my cousin for a minute. My cousin, she out there on the front lines down there in LA. So
okay,
she really out there on the front lines, man.
What is she, a nurse?
Yeah, she's a nurse.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, that shit ain't no joke, man. My girl's is a medical assistant. My cousin's a nurse, and I got other cousins that are nurses as well. A couple of cousins that are doctors and shit like that. So
yeah,
man, this shit is it's real shit. So. I just told her, I said, just be safe out there. Her mom is my first cousin, even though she's closer to my age, but her mom is my first cousin. It's just the way on my dad's side of the family, my dad's nieces and nephews were quite a bit older than me. So
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them were, some of them were my age, some are younger than me. It's crazy, man. We go, first cousins go from in the 50s to the youngest cousin in our age bracket being he just hit 30. So, and he's the tallest of the first cousins too. He's fucking almost 6'11". He's 6'10" and a half. So the baby's by far the tallest, man. As far as the first cousin.
Right.
Yeah, shit's crazy. But
let me show you this really quick before I get your thoughts. This graph, which was actually back in like the beginning of April, Kelly. Okay. Right. That blue line is the flu season last year. Okay.
Right.
That's the first line.
Right.
The 2018-2019 flu season. Right.
Right.
You see where it peaked You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. The other line that's going up like that, that's COVID-19.
Right.
That's daily deaths. That's what that is. And we've had higher numbers than that thus far. Okay, since then. So we had, as of like April or like late March, we already surpassed the highest mark, okay, that the flu season killed last year. And it's been killing more and more and more. But yet I keep hearing people say, and it kind of is pissing me off because it's just misinformation and it's lazy thinking. Okay, I keep hearing, Kelly, that the flu has killed more people this year, which is not true. It has not killed more people in 2020. Okay, the flu season doesn't start in January, right? It's from October, okay, all the way to September, right? That's how the flu season works. And it's just simply, this is killing at a much higher rate. And that's with the social distancing and everything. Imagine if we didn't do social distancing. But go ahead, Kelly.
Yeah, man, that's a fact. I don't know how this sounds, man, because like so my internet been slow. I've been trying to reset it, man. It's just the way it's going now with COVID-19 going on. The internet has just been slower, man. So hopefully everything is coming out right. I don't know if I'm clear or what. Yeah. But yeah, man, it is a lot of misinformation being pushed out there. I don't know why people still don't get it. But what I keep seeing is that because it hasn't touched anybody yet, people think it's fake. I mean, I just saw Stay Ready Boxing. He left a message on his forum that he said he's not going to do any live this week because he just lost a family member. Now, he didn't say who it was, and I'm not going to ask him. I'm going to let him just, and he said he's being bothered by this. I'm not going to bother him. If he wants to tell me something, he can call me, he can shoot me a text, whatever, man. I'm here for him. But man, it sucks, man. My sister just lost a girl that she went to high school with. Not girl, I should say woman now. She lost a lady that she went to middle school with, high school with. She just died. She just died today. So this lady. So man, this shit is starting to touch people. I knew people who knew somebody, and I know several people who have passed away. I knew the girl too, but I wasn't really close with her like that. My sister was though. So but I got other friends who have lost people, and this shit's real, man. The people still don't get it yet. People not taking it seriously. We just in California, we had a peak. I think on Saturday we had 63 people die. On Easter we had 42 people die, and now I don't know how many today, but we it looked like we had hit our peak, but we haven't hit our peak yet, man. In California, 1,000 new cases just in the Sacramento area alone. I mean, our numbers are still not as high, but there still aren't people listening, man. I went to the store, and there's still all these people walking around without masks, and people just, people not giving a fuck, bro. Just acting like everything is normal. Just being reckless. People touching shit in the store and touching their face. It just don't think it's serious. Just don't think it's serious. Not taking it serious. People really believe that this shit is fake. They truly do. People think this shit is fake, and it's sad. And it seems like people aren't going to take it seriously until it hits them. And because I still seeing people not do what they, even out here, where we've somewhat contained it, but not completely, but somewhat contained it because we locked down. There's still people out here being an absolute idiot. Even out here in California, people are still being stupid. And because of that, I'm telling you, more deaths are expected. I'm expecting more and more deaths, and I don't expect deaths to stop. I don't expect deaths to stagnate anytime soon, bro, because people are still they're not doing what they're supposed to do. There's still people out here who are defying I'm still getting sent shit on Facebook, on Instagram, people saying, well, what's up with this? I mean, we had the Spanish flu, and there people were told to wear masks, doing all that shit. I mean, what's up with this, man? I think they're trying to do something to us. Like, this is just stupid shit to be concerned about right now. How about like you and I were talking about earlier? Why not just stay inside. Let's get past this. Then we can investigate all this shit. But people are more concerned about this other shit, and instead of trying to put an end to the ordeal. If everyone just stayed disciplined, yeah, man, nobody want to stay inside. Staying inside sucks.
And
It
Kristen
does.
Mobile, co-worker lost her grandparents and got her sick herself. Like
Wow.
it's only a matter of time before it starts hitting home with everybody, bro. Because this thing isn't going away. I don't know if people know this. Like, it's not going anywhere. Okay, and the fact is, we don't know a lot about it. You know, we're trying to learn new things about this flu and all that. And you know who people should be listening to? The scientists. Okay, the ones that said what's happening now would happen. Okay, if we don't start practicing social distancing, and way back in, like, dude, like they were saying this back in December, bro. Okay, back in January, they were sounding the alarm. Nobody listened to them. Everybody wanted to listen to politicians. All right. Well, that's when did that do you any good? Listening to politicians. Like, I don't understand why people don't listen to the scientists, the one that study the viruses. You know what I mean? Like, why don't people want to listen to the scientists, Kelly?
Because I mean, there's a lot of people out here throwing out conspiracies, man. Remember I told you about the report. There was a poll that showed that 30% of Americans, 30% of Americans believe that COVID-19 is man-made. There's a big chunk of Americans who believe Donald Trump over Dr. Fauci. There's a big chunk of Americans. There was a big chunk of Americans who still think, I should say it's a minority, but it's a big chunk who think that it's fake.
Okay, so they're going to believe the guy who said it was just one dude from China and it'll be gone. By April, there'll be 0 cases. They're going to believe that guy.
Yeah, well, I think there was something like 18% of Americans who believe that the coronavirus is fake. That's millions of people, man. That's enough people to keep that shit going. If they're out there and not defying the rules of shelter in place and going out there and not and not remaining 6 feet away from each other, man, social distancing, those people can maintain the coronavirus within the United States themselves.
Yeah,
they can make sure it sticks around.
I think it's already it's already reached the point where it's going to be in circulation. We can't do anything about that. But you're right. A lot of people just are believing nonsense, bro. I mean, there's no other way to put it. People are not, looking at the source. And even when you do have the source, ask yourselves, what is it in for this person to say what they're saying? Like, ask yourselves, guys, ask yourself this. What do me and Kelly have to benefit from telling you that this shit's real? Like, what do we get out of it? Like, do we get anything out of it, Kelly?
Nah, bro. Well, there's no prize. Believe me, I wish it was fake. It would be awesome if it was fake and we could just go back to being normal and get beyond this stupid shit. As a person who likes to travel, I hate this shit, bro. I fucking hate this shit. Right. So I'm not a homebody. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not a homebody. So me being at home the whole time is something that you are not used to seeing. So the fact that I'm having to come home and stay inside all day on the weekends, not be able to get up and leave, can't travel nowhere, can't get on the road, can't go get a hotel and stay somewhere, can't go up to the Oregon California border, or go up to Oregon or Washington State, or go to Nevada, Reno, Las Vegas, or potential like that. Was planning to go to New York this year and go over to Miami and shit like that. The fact that I can't do none of that,
yeah,
man, I can't stand that shit, bro. I'm not a homebody, bro. I'm not. I am not the kind of guy that likes to sit in the house. So I have nothing to gain by telling you to stay your ass in the house. Well, I do have something to gain, but I want to be able to get back out. So the sooner everyone gets their shit together and stays in place, then I can leave. So you fucking people are keeping me trapped in the house. You guys are making this shit linger. Sit your ass down and stay in the house, man. I'm tired. I'm sick of this shit. I want this over. But as long as you idiots out there running around, refusing to listen to the scientists, you are going to make sure that this thing is prolonged. We have, even some of the, even our governor, they're planning to open it up, but he said he's not going to open up reopen up the state and allow people to go back to work until after he gets enough information from the scientists. He said he's going to follow the scientists. If the scientist states that it's not safe, you will not open. He said human lives matter over this. The California lives matter more than money being generated. So he said if we have to ride it out the rest of the year, we got to ride out the rest of the year. We'll see if that's true because politicians talk a good talk, man. I don't necessarily trust them. So
gotcha.
you know what I'm saying?
So I want to get to this. So hard estimate, more or less, is the flu killed in last flu season 34,000 people, right? Hard estimate. It's going to surpass 34,000. It's
going to blow by it, bro. It's going to
blow that. Like, I just want to know, like, how many times are you guys going to move the goalposts? Like, when it first started, you guys were saying, well, it's only 300 people in the whole country. There's only been one death. Like, it's only been less than 100 deaths. And then it hasn't even been 1,000 deaths. And then it's just 1,000 deaths. But it's not even like 10,000. And then what's not even 20,000. And you guys do understand that it's not going to stop. You guys not get that? Like, it's every day, close to 1,000 people are dying. It's going to pile up. There's 30 days in a fucking month. Well, what part of that is it that you guys don't understand? And it's killing every day. It's killing more people than the flu has killed in a single day. Okay, more people than it has in decades. Did I say that clear enough, Kelly? Do I need to reword it a different way?
No, you're 100% right, man. Look, man, COVID-19, like we told you guys before, that it has a higher kill rate. This is what the scientists have explained to everyone time and time again why COVID-19 is considered a pandemic and the flu isn't. The COVID-19 spreads faster. It's much, like I said, it's much easier to get, and it kills at a higher rate than the flu. The flu does not. It's harder. It's not saying it's really hard to get the flu, but it's harder to get the flu than it is COVID-19. The flu does not transfer and does not spread as quickly as COVID-19. You can literally sit next to somebody with the flu and not catch it and not get the flu. You sitting right next to somebody with COVID-19 and they open their mouth, they yawn, you're gonna get it, man. I'm just telling you right, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get COVID-19. The flu, you can sit next to somebody that yawn and you won't even get it. It's much easier. It's just really, really easy to get this shit, man. Whether somebody touches a pole, you touch a pole and you rub your eyes, or if they talk to you, or if they breathe near you. I mean, if they yawn and when you yawn, there's actually saliva actually comes out of your mouth when you yawn. A lot of people don't know that. When you yawn, saliva comes out of your mouth. There's going to be particles in the air. Yeah, there's going to be particles in the air, and you're going to breathe. Go ahead.
I am like so amazed how some people are just like their knee-jerk reaction. And look, it's not like I welcome people being skeptical about the information they're getting, right? But like they'll be so skeptical about the scientists and about this being a pandemic. They'll be the biggest skeptics in the world. But then like some obscure website tells them something they want to hear, and they're not skeptics anymore, Kelly. They just believe whatever the fuck they're told. Like, this is blown away. This is just to instill fear in people.
And G-Funk, Sacramento area has now passed 1,000 cases, bro. Yep. 1,000 cases, and they had I think you said 34 deaths now, 34 deaths now, something like that, and within the Sacramento area. So,
what do you say to people, Kelly, that say, like, what do you say to people that go, well, more people die in, like, I think it's ridiculous, but more people die in car crashes, Kelly, and we don't shut down the country?
Because car crashes don't spread don't spread because someone fucking talks, and it's the car crashes don't spread because somebody I'm susceptible. I'm gonna spread my car crash to you. If I touch you and you touch your face, you're gonna get nothing. You're gonna get into car crashes all the time. So Yeah, people always that's a horrible comparison. Just like I had to when I was on Instagram and I was talking to a dude. He said, "Why did you say that? If anything, 5G would cause radiation poison or cancer virus if it was more likely to cause some type of harm." I said because the whole idea of 5G spreading the coronavirus is dumb. Period.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's flat out dumb, and it doesn't, and it goes against science, bro. It just does. It's dumb. And no matter how many times every time I hear somebody try to push that hypothesis, that ideal, I just like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? Did you go to
Yeah.
school? Did you go to school at all? Did you listen when you were in science class? I mean, come on, man, you can't be this dumb. But people
Right.
still try to run with that shit anyway. It's not logical. It's dumb. Period. And I'm not gonna back down off of it. When you tell me something stupid, if you pass me stupid information, man, I'm gonna tell you it's stupid. I'm not here to be nice anymore because I feel like I got to start waking people up. If there was times where I was just like, you know what, I kind of let shit slide. Nah, man, you passing me stupid shit on the coronavirus, I'm gonna tell you it's stupid, flat out.
Also, so people, let's talk about people dying in car crashes, and people want to talk about that. Okay, a lot of people dying in car crashes are because people are doing stupid things like drinking and driving. Okay, driving under the influence. Okay, driving, speeding in the highway. They're not following instructions. Okay, if everyone, did what they're supposed to do, we're not going to avoid death, but it would decrease the amount of deaths. Okay, the same thing here. Follow instructions. Practice social distancing. Don't leave the house unless you have to. Just if you have to go to work, wear a face mask if you can. Okay, so following instructions, okay, is going to help save lives. All right, is that, I don't know if that's clear enough for people, right? But I hope that makes sense.
Yeah,
5G is flatter 2.0. Yeah, it is.
shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. Hope you're doing all right, brother. Hope you're doing okay, man.
Yeah, Big Dog Willie. I mean, and you know what though? It's also, dude, like, I have cousins that are nurses, bro. People in the front line. It's an insult to them, bro. Like, honestly. Like, they're there, they're experiencing it every day, and then you have these jackasses out here. Oh, it's not real, bro. It's all.
He said the theory of 5G is spreading cancer, and the government purposely exposes to COVID-19 to keep us inside while 5G is installed. Man, I've heard all kind of shit on 5G, man, and that's a new thing. That's a new ideal that I've heard about, a new hypothesis that I heard about, bro.
First of all, okay, I mean, dude, you could have 5G on your phone, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a tower sending the signal, or it could be a modem, you know what I mean? Or it can be
Right.
like, it's just, there's different ways for it to extract, but I just think the whole thing is just unfounded, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
Like,
5G is gonna cause cancer, but 4G didn't, 3G didn't, right? Because
not even a little
all
bit.
those put out radiation, bro.
Now, could there be, like, dude, we don't even know the long term effect. We don't know the long term effects of cell phones when it first came out. Dude, there was people afraid of using cell phones, bro. Like, they thought if you talked on the phone, you could get cancer, brain cancer and shit. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if certain things, because we know that that's we don't really know the long term ramifications of people putting like the Bluetooth in their ear. You know what I mean? Like the little handheld pieces. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You talking about those Bluetooth the Bluetooth earpieces. We don't know the long term effect and ramifications of that. We don't, but people still use them anyway. But people are concerned about that, but you're not worried about some of these Bluetooth devices that could potentially. They all put out radiation, bro. All of them. When you have radio. A lot of you guys listen to the radio. Those they have radio towers, dude. Those radio towers put out radiation for real. Whenever you have TV satellites and signals, and those signals put out radiation for real.
There's also, like, dude, there's levels of radiation. It's like water, like, you know what I mean?
Low levels, yeah. There's high levels and lower levels.
If I pour cold water, and maybe it's not the best example, but if I pour cold water on you, it's not going to do anything. Now, if I heat up the water, okay, and it's boiling, and I pour it on you, it's still water, but it's steaming, it's hot. You know what I mean? and it's going to burn you. So when it comes to radiation, it's not like every form of radiation is bad. Okay, like this is crazy. Okay, I don't know where Callie went. Callie chopped off. We're about to hit the big topic, but the truth is we don't know anything. There's no Paul. The microwave, yeah. Look at the microwave. Like there's people that, like to this day, Callie, I know people that don't use a microwave because they think it causes cancer.
Right. I mean, we know that microwaves put out low levels of radiation, man. I mean, there's so many devices around you that put out radiation. People would be surprised, man. It's just at this point we've been living with items that put out radiation for fucking centuries, for centuries now.
It's like people are like, oh my god, they use chlorine to clean the pool. Don't swim in it. You're gonna die. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Some people are just out of their mind, bro. You know what I mean? But we will see, man. What are the long-term effects? I don't know, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of people talking about 5G, dude. Like, it's just, I don't say the company I work for out loud on here, but the company I work for is involved in 5G, guys. It's not what you guys think. A lot of the information you guys are getting, this isn't true. Okay, I just got to be honest.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Watching all the people just fall for this stupid shit. It's like, man, I just watch people turn their brain off on a regular basis, man. And it's just like, what the fuck's wrong with you people, man? The coronavirus has people saying, I mean, people that I know are intelligent have been convinced, have said some of the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my life. I'm stunned, bro, by how many people are buying into some of these stupid ass conspiracy theories, and people who, sharing videos on Instagram of Alex Jones. They're like this fucker's credible, bro. Alex Jones, bro.
Alex Jones, okay. Alex Jones went on record saying that Michelle Obama is a man. So are you guys going to take that guy as a credible source? Anybody in the chat going to take that dude's word serious?
No, I got one better for you. His court documents release actually stated that he's acting. That everything, his whole gig is it's a shtick. It's a shtick, right? It's an act, man. The whole thing about InfoWars. He said that I don't even think my audience believes me. Of course they believe you. That's why they fucking watch, and they're dumber because of it. So yeah. he knows he knows that he's full of shit. He knows, but it's an opportunity for make money. He generates money off of grifting, and so people when I see people share his bullshit, it's like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? I don't understand people. It's like I don't understand how people can share information from unreliable sources. But what I've realized too is some of these people had never heard of Alex Jones before. But what it is he's saying what they want to hear. So that's all they need. That's all they need. Oh, here's some guy never heard of before. He looks like he has a credible show. He has a studio and everything. And he's saying this shit. He looks like he has a little bit of money. So I think he's credible. Why else would he be saying this? He's saying it because that's how he makes money, off of sucking in people like you. Hopefully.
Yeah. I don't know if you could read it, but Alex Jones, Michelle Obama is a man and killed Joan Rivers. Right?
No, remember, but he also said that Pepsi uses baby parts for its ingredients. Baby parts for its ingredients.
No, so he says Pepsi. But I don't listen to the mainstream media. I listen to real news sources like Alex Jones. I mean, Alex Jones makes those dudes makes CNN look credible. Okay, that's how bad this dude is, right? He wanted to beat up Joe Rogan would fuck this dude up, bro. Okay,
quickly, man.
Joe Rogan's isn't he a black belt in Brazilian?
He's a black belt on jiu-jitsu, bro.
Yeah, good luck, Alex Jones. Okay, this dude didn't he say like. He said a lot of things about Obama that just clearly weren't true, bro. Like this guy.
He knows who his listeners are.
Yeah.
He knows that he has to placate to them, and a lot of his listeners are racist. So he knows that he's going to say whatever he needs to say in order to sell his bullshit to his listeners. So he has to. So that means that being racist and saying horrible shit and making up shit about Obama is what he does. He's also said, made up rumors about Obama being gay and all this other shit like that too, man. There's so many different conspiracy theories about Obama out there that I just look at and like, man, really, people, you believe that stupid ass shit?
Let me tell you something, man. I remember when Sean Hannity was making fun of the way Obama was working out. Like, I don't know what that was about. You know what I mean? Because having a fit president was like bad. You know what I mean? I guess. But so he was like, I don't know if you ever saw this episode where he was, I saw it on YouTube where he's hitting the mitts with Chuck Liddell trying to be a tough guy. I honestly think Obama whooped his ass, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
like I honestly believe that. Like, I don't think
Sean Hannity actually, man.
If they had a boxing match, I think Obama will whoop his ass. Like, I just got to be honest with you. He's far more athletic, and I saw him hit the speed bag once. Wasn't that bad? But with that said, I was playing Trill Talk for some reason. But all right. Well, that was the last video I was watching. But as far as goddamn, Hazard. I wanted to talk about this because we talked about Big Dog Willie and all that before we get to the Moses one guy. But in my opinion, bro, nurses, like any essential workers, like nurses, fast food workers, employees at Walmart, all that, bro, they should be getting hazardous pay, bro. A lot of them are getting corona, and some of them are dying, bro.
Yeah, I agree, man. There was this rapper who said that I don't understand why guys like Jay-Z, Tom Hanks, all these different actors in Hollywood and all these wealthy people shouldn't get together and match $1 million and then give it to all the first responders. And I agree. To me, really, the government should do it because they have more money than those wealthy people. But why don't some of those wealthy people should do that? But instead, though, you have Diddy over there doing a dance off and asking poor people for cash instead of just, I mean, you got $1 million. You say you're supposed to be close to $1 billion, man. Just donate money to them. Jay-Z, all these dudes, you guys are, if your worth is $500,000, let's say you're worth $500 million or you're worth $1 billion, what's $1 million to you? For real. What's $1 million to you to donate and you all to the first responders? You guys put all that money in a pot and you send it to the first responders all over the country.
No, bro, and then they're getting treated like shit, bro. Like I went to the store today, man. There's still people yelling at them because something's not there. Like if it's their fault, you know what I mean? Like it's that Walmart employee's fault that there's no hand sanitizer. Like it's his fault or some shit. You know what I mean? And yeah, go ahead.
No, people are, man. I mean, good thing because my job, man, we still have a bunch of Perel, and then it's a good thing nobody's there because at first people were stealing them at our job, so they locked them up. But we still have sanitizer wipes and Perel. We still have the gallon bottles of Perel, man. So we have the gallon bottles of Perel. We have the industrialized sanitizer wipes, the commercial sanitizer wipes. So we got the top shelf everything, man. The antibacterial, the germicide, sanitizer wipes, man. That the ones that would actually with a shit ton of alcohol in it, high level of alcohol that will kill the coronavirus. So, it's a good thing that it's up there and we don't have that many people up working during the day anymore. We normally have a campus of about 5,000-6,000, and we haven't had that now. Seems like I think the coronavirus now. I think the government got shut down. What about a few weeks ago? Feels like it's been like 6 weeks. It feels like it's been like fucking 3, 4, 5 months, man.
It hasn't been that long since this shit really started hitting us.
Yeah, and the NBA season's only been shut down for like about 3 weeks, right? And it feel like, I swear to God, it feels like it's been months.
Yeah, time is moving slow because we're stuck at home, and you know what I mean. But that's why when people say things like, I mean, the flu's killed more people this season. Well, the flu started killing in October, guys. You know what I mean? This thing started killing in February. So you do the math.
And it's getting ready to blow away the death toll and by the flu.
And
Not even gonna be close, bro. It may quadruple the death toll of the flu, bro. Or more than that.
What we're doing.
Or quintuple. It may quintuple it, bro. It may quintuple it. Hell, they're talking about about 34,000? They're talking about like 225,000 deaths, bro.
Yep.
We're talking about that's a situation that's right something like that. Hell, we said we're like 200 something. We're talking about not septuple, bro. What would be number 8? 8 would be not septuple, but what would be I forgot what 8 is. What the number 8 is.
I have no
but anyway, yeah, we like 8. So we'll just put it this way. So it'll be 34 times 8, bro. Yeah. So we're talking about 8 times the amount of deaths of the flu for what happened from the flu virus, bro. 8 times. If we didn't lock down, we would have had more than 8 times. We probably would have had 100, maybe 200, maybe 300-400 times the deaths of the flu. If we think about it, if we didn't shut down, if we were still open right now, we were talking. I said 500,000. Shit, bro. We're in the millions, bro. I had to reassess that, bro. The death tolls in the millions, not 500,000. It would hit the millions if we didn't shut down. Now, if we were still open right now, the death toll would be in the millions, guaranteed.
So octuple is the term AJ 10 says, but I want to get to the main course here, bro, and I think you see it on the screen. Was Moses high? Was that the burning bush? Well, tell us about your little thought about that.
Yeah, man. I was just thinking that he said that he spoke to a talking bush, right? So he had to go up a hill in order to go do that. So he went up a hill, and if you think about it right now, because I mean, look, man, you and I don't buy the fact that he spoke to some supernatural. So my conclusion was that maybe there was a fire up there on the hill, and when he got up to the hill, he happened to come across some smoke, and it was marijuana plants burning, and because of that, he inhaled it, and he started to hear voices, and that's what I think. I think that's a more logical reason for Moses thinking that he heard something. You know, people smoke weed and they think they hear things. I think that's really logical. I do. I think the burning bush makes absolute sense, and I think the burning bush is a marijuana plant. A couple of marijuana plants burning up, and he started hotboxing and inhaling that smoke. You know, like it was like, yeah, how you doing? How you doing, Bush? He said, oh yeah. You said you got some commandments for me? Shit, I know one thing. I feel phenomenal. Yes, I do.
I do. I was gonna get the commandments down on time, but then I got high. I said, give me 2 hours time, but then I got high.
You know, he wasn't rushing down there. When he was inhaling that shit, he was like, it feels phenomenal. I'm not coming down that quickly. I think I'm gonna stay up here for a while.
Right. Like you know what I mean? Like after all that stressful time dealing with Pharaoh and all that, you know what I mean?
This shit calmed his nerves, man. And he just sat there with like,
he went, oh, this is God, bro.
It did feel like God.
He was inhaling that shit. Oh shit! Whoa, bro. A fucking. Maybe
you know what though? Knowing that that marijuana, people do take marijuana. It is known to help as to be a stress reliever and things of that nature.
Yeah.
That's believable. It's believable that he was stressed out from the Pharaoh. He goes up there, he gets high, and then all of a sudden there's no more stress.
But let me like here's one problem I have, right? Did he run out of the weed? Is that why he was mad when he showed up and he saw him like dancing to a fucking golden calf? Was he pissed? They
He
didn't
might
run
have.
out? Like, fuck.
He might have. He might have run. He might have run out of weed. Maybe it all burnt up, and there was no more. All the crop was gone, so he was frustrated. he should have looked for some bud seed, so he could have grew it himself. He probably would have had a better time.
They've been roaming for like 40 years. How long was it again that they were roaming around the desert? Like,
don't get me crazy.
like we need a religious dude to tell us, but somewhere in the chat. But he was roaming around aimlessly. They were just walking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think he was looking for the weed, bro. Hey, if you see a fucking bush, let me know. It's a command.
He's like, man, where's it at? Where's that wonderful bush again? I need it.
And then when he found it, that's when he disappeared, guys. Okay.
Yeah. I'm never going back. He's like, I'm never leaving you ever again. That's what he told the bush.
Where'd he go? Well, he said he was going with God, and he just disappeared.
It felt like for some people, you know, there's religions that smoke to the gods, bro. I mean, we know that for a fact that there are religions where people get high. We also know Native Americans used to smoke weed, so and they used to smoke to the gods, man. So it makes sense. He might have converted, bro. He might have converted to converted to the pipe or something like that. He was like, fuck that. He said to me, like, man, he said, maybe call him, you know, they'll call it that. What do you have, like what would be a good one? I forgot what would they call it, because they do have like herb god or some shit like that. I got to check it out. I remember there are people who there's a marijuana religion, man, that exists, and he might have converted to that shit, bro. Like, look, fuck you, Bible God, you never made me feel like this.
Right. By the way, if did he like literally carve the commandments? Like,
yeah, he hammered it or something like that.
How do you carry so many tablets though? I know it was more than 10 commandments. How do you carry more than like? God damn, he was like,
man, he must have had some help, bro. I mean, there's no fucking way.
Especially if you're high too. Like, fuck this shit, bro.
Well, you know, some of it, maybe one of the bushes with angel, you know, was like the angel dust. So maybe got some of that PCP or something like that. Maybe they had some PCP back in the day or something like that. He was able to find that, and the PCP makes you think that you have the strength of like 10 man or some shit like that, man. So he got some of that shit, man.
Yo, I think like that dude was smoking blunts up there, bro, or maybe not blunts, but the bush was marijuana, and he was just kind of inhaling it. Maybe lightning struck it. I don't know. You know, maybe people are gonna say that's a miracle. Lightning struck the marijuana plant. That's a miracle, bro. You know what I mean? So he got high, and then he started hallucinating. He started hearing these voices, and I mean, it's that's you know, if it did happen, I think that's what happened.
Man, so, I don't know. I feel like I said, maybe they came up with some way to create angel dust bag. Probably not. I don't know, but I'm just coming up with shit.
Didn't he have a friend called Joshua or something like that?
He did have a friend. I forgot his friend's name, to be honest with you.
Every Joshua I've ever met, bro, is a fucking pipehead, bro. Like, God damn it. Like, every dude named Joshua could smoke weed like there's no tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, like, like, he wanted to keep that shit away from Joshua.
I had a friend named Troy. All this dude did was smoke weed every day, bro. Every day he was like, man, I said, what you doing today? Yeah, man, I'm gonna go get high, man. You know what I'm saying? We just yeah, man, you know, I got this blunt, I got the honey blunts. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smoke. I planning to smoke maybe like 10 blunts or something like that today. We'll see how it works out. But I probably can do more than 10. You know, so I haven't tried it yet. But that's okay. So that's what you gonna do tomorrow. I'm a smoke, man. You know, I mean, that's what I do, man. You know, that's just me. That's what I do. That's my life, man. You know, I smoke, man.
Moses was roaming. He was roaming the desert, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, I was gonna bring my people to the promised land, but then I got high.
Moses probably rolled the first fucking blunt, bro. Moses probably rolled it. He probably got some leaves. Got him like some little leaves and stuff like that. Rolled him up some nice little leaves. Matter of fact, I wonder what kind of leaves they had in the desert, bro.
That dude was like, I'm gonna disappear with God. You all walk that way and never come back. I'm gonna disappear. Bye. Like he fucking found a bunch of weed, bro. I ain't sharing shit.
He like, motherfucker, I know what I'm doing. Shit. He said, what should they say, man? He said, oh man, I wonder if that. You know what Moses said? We know what this said. I wonder if this would be like what would it be if I rolled it up and smoked it? That's what he got creative. He was the first blunt smoker.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. So they got grape leaves. They got grape leaves in the Middle East.
Oh shit.
Yeah. In fact, Moses rolled a blunt with a grape leaf, bro.
Yeah.
Just a grape leaf, bro. He rolled that shit up. He got himself the grape leaf, dried it out a little bit, rolled that motherfucker up.
You know what, bro? I think he already knew about marijuana, bro. You know why? Like this dude, like look at all the things that supposedly he showed Pharaoh, right?
Right.
This dude and Pharaoh getting high, bro. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, I see red in the sky, bro. I can let my people go. I don't know, bro. Because you know how he left the land, he was banished, right?
Right.
And he met that cool dude that like let him pick one of his daughters and shit. Like, you know they were partying having weed, bro.
That makes sense, bro. That makes sense.
And he showed up, yo, let my people go.
Sure. That motherfucker had weed slaves and shit, bro. The Pharaoh, like, bro, he said, "Thou must get me my weed." It said, it's like Pharaoh, your weed plant. I don't know where it went. It disappeared. Death. Sentenced you to death. I sentenced you to death. If you don't find, you got 2 days to find me, Pharaoh, to find thy weed.
You know what, bro? Nah, dude, I think he got Pharaoh high, right?
Right.
And motherfucker took off, bro. That's what they were going after.
The Pharaoh was like, I need that in my life. He said, "Thou shalt bring back the weed." thou will be killed if they don't return weed.
Oh, man. Just Shelton says, I love good mota made when marijuana. Moses story sounded a lot like, dudes, where's my car? Like, dude, where's my weed, bro?
Look at that, bro. So, bro, I'm reading the Heralds and it said, did Aaron, the high priest, smoke the biblical roots of Jews and marijuana? Oh, so I'm about to do some research, bro. I'm telling you, I never even thought about this. I just looked it up right now, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
How else do you explain the staff? Remember the staff? Like, throw your staff to the ground, the cobra, they turn into cobras and start fighting.
Bro, it makes sense, bro. Everything I stated, bro.
Pharaoh, like, through the, because you know, like, they even show, like, they probably like do the smoke and stuff,
right?
Put it across the room while they're inhaling the marijuana, bro.
Right, you know? Bro. But it makes sense. But it makes sense, though. We've known that Native Americans they've smoked forever, so it's not. It doesn't surprise me, bro, that where marijuana has been. I think marijuana has been being smoked since humans have been on Earth for the most part, bro. I think it's natural. I think that people naturally smoke where they figured it out, and they've been smoking forever, even before quote unquote Christ. I think people have been smoking weed, bro. I think it's just natural. Another surprise when we start thinking about some of the stories and what people thought they heard, and then you start thinking about marijuana. I guarantee you, somebody motherfucker was smoking weed, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It just makes sense. Because we know that marijuana makes some people paranoid. It also for some people hear things when they smoke weed. So it makes sense that he thought he heard some voices. Everyone reacts differently to marijuana. So it makes sense. I'm telling you, I believe the Pharaoh smoked weed.
Pharaoh was like, I was gonna let your people go. But then I got high.
It was like he said, "Thou must keep these slaves till these slaves grow me weed crop. Thou must grow thy weed crop. If thou do not is not successful in growing thy weed crop, thy slave must die." It's like, man.
That's how they kept the Hebrews over there, like in the desert, bro. Like with all the pyramids and shit. You know what I mean? Like there was no plants over there, bro. They kept the plants. These motherfucking Egyptians just getting high the whole time, bro. That's why they thought a staff could turn into a cobra, a snake, bro. Okay. So Moses just had the good shit. You know what I mean? That's why his cobra got bigger.
So yeah, motherfuckers. He was talking about, man. So this article was talking about marijuana used in cannabis. Cannabis was used to make clothes. It was used for people smoked it. This article's pretty fucking good, bro.
No, bro.
This article right here.
Like maybe these people just really did hear voices. They were just fucking high as fuck.
And we know marijuana. You don't have to smoke it to get the THC. If you just eat it, you'll get high.
Yep.
All you have to do is eat it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to use it for herbs. Maybe they put it in the soup and everybody got high.
Tell you what, though, like Kelly, you know what they're gonna say, but Kelly, how does that explain parting the Red Sea? Checkmate.
Now, parting the Red Sea. Well, like I said, marijuana affects people differently. So some people have different visions when they smoke high, and somebody might have thought that they saw the Red Sea being parted because they were high.
Like, whoa, bro! It's party, bro. They probably just like fucking walked over a little stream or some shit, bro. Like,
well, remember the talking snake? It would explain the talking snake as well.
Yeah, in the Garden of Eden, like maybe God was like, "Don't touch that fucking weed, bro." Okay, it's my weed. Why would God put the weed there anyway, bro?
It doesn't make any sense, right? Why none of that shit is here? This snake is like, "Don't eat the apple," and that shit, no weed. You know why the motherfucker ate the apple? Because she was fucking hungry because she was smoking weed.
Well, that's how Passover started, right? They're eating the bread.
He's telling you, bro.
Jesus got fucking high before they crucified him. He got high. We're gonna have a last supper.
Bro, they were sharing all kind of blunts, bro. Jesus, during his last supper, what they forgot to show was that tray full of blunts that he was passing around. Jesus, like, you know what Jesus was telling the wise men? He was like, how much you put in? Jesus, I'll get you next time. No, motherfucker, you don't fade, you don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to smoke this week. Jesus probably was telling some of the dudes they couldn't smoke because they didn't put in on the weed.
Jesus, how much in? Because like he didn't share the fucking blunt with them, bro. What do you mean there's no more like fucking weed for me? Fuck this shit. If
what you say weed went for? Weed was like one shelling or something like that. Yeah. How much of weed be like a little 1 shilling of gold or where the fuck that is, bro? 1 shilling of gold. Like, man, how much you selling for weed, bro? Yo, Joseph, how much you got? How much is weed from you, man? How much you selling, bro? I just want, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for I'm looking for a little shelling bag. So I don't know what they would call it, but like a nickel bag or something like that, man. Man, what you got for me, man? Oh man, you going up in price, man. Come on, you being greedy, man. You can't hook me up this time. Ain't no telling, bro. Who's the weed dealer in town, bro? Who's the weed dealers?
Yo, now, so one more thing before we get to our commandments, right?
Right.
Because we're going to make commandments, and I want you, the chat, to decide if mine and Callie's commandments are better than the commandments in the Bible.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
right.
I don't know, man. I think this could explain a lot of things. It could also explain why Jesus seemed like a pretty chill guy. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like, what do you mean you're gonna stone her to death, bro? It's not that serious, bro. Like,
yeah, Jesus being a stoner would make absolute sense. why he didn't seem to give a fuck about a lot of shit.
Well, wait, you're gonna stone her to death? Why? Oh, because she's a prostitute.
Jesus, my wife won't give me no pussy. I don't give a fuck, bro. Man, let me give me what. Somebody hit this pipe. Remember, Jesus condoned divorce. He's like, divorce that bitch, man. Come on, let's smoke.
Like it ain't that serious, bro. Stoning people, like, don't stone people, get stoned.
I know.
How does the government treat people that fucking smoke weed today, bro? Like criminals and shit, right?
Yeah.
That's why they hated Jesus, bro. He was just like, talking about peace and love and smoking and shit, Like,
he said, here we go. AJ Tin said, thou should not turn down the blunt. He said, I'm gonna leave that one alone. bro. Yeah. He said, I'm gonna leave y'all scared. You scared of that shit, Dehyde. Just don't be worried about it, bro. Shit, I guarantee you Jesus is high as a kite. Jesus high.
Gotten high. You think a dinosaur could have gotten high at some point? Maybe there was some like super ultra weed back in the day.
They could have. You know what I'm saying? We know animals can get high. It wouldn't surprise me if there was a bunch of weed plants around. It wouldn't surprise me at all. If they caught on fire and it was like, ooh, shit, that's just phenomenal. But we see animals react differently. Those animals start getting crazy and darting all over the fucking place and shit like that. So animals react differently to the weed than people. I see people get relaxed and just like, okay, I'm cool. I'm cool now. I'm cool now,
yeah,
bro.
Because I think an animal knows something's not right. Like, you know what I mean? Whoa.
I seen the cat stumbling and shit. I seen the dog get. I'm not gonna say whose dog it is because I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. I just put it this way: I seen the dog getting high, and I seen the dog just was trying to walk and just fucking fell over, and just rolled over on his back, was like, and fucking just stayed there for like 3 hours, bro, before it moved. Flat on his back with his feet up in the air, bro. He then got up, but the dog started to get addicted to the weed, bro. And the dog like come back like motherfucker, he would like complain and shit like that when he wasn't smoking. So let's put it that way. So the dude kept firing up the blunt and shit like that, and blowing it in the dog's face, and the dog would start getting relaxed. The dog got used to it. The dog like, motherfucker, we smoke every day. Every day you and I hotboxing. The dog started enjoying the weed, bro. Shit's fucking hilarious, bro. That's where they like. People don't know, but yeah, animals can get high, bro. They can absolutely get fucking high off weed, bro.
Right.
Yeah, they just like people, but yeah, man. I think what Mr. Shonen said, it doesn't do that to people unless it doesn't do it to people to lace. That's not true, bro. I've seen people off of regular weed, bro. Say stupid shit like people talking to them, bro. Like I said, it affects people differently, bro. It may not affect you that way, but it may not affect you that way. But it affects, from what has been studied showing, it affects people differently, bro. Some people turn paranoid. Some people relax. You know what I mean? We go ahead.
No, definitely, and I definitely agree with that. Let's go ahead and dive into the 10 Commandments. And I want you guys to tell us which are better. I want you to be genuine about it. Like, if you think the biblical ones are better, by all means. And if you want to make we're going to go over it, and hopefully if we have some time, we can let somebody come on. And if you want to give a counter or agree, whatever it is, let us know. I'm going to go ahead and read. We're going to go let's go over the biblical ones really quick.
Okay.
Right. So let's go over those. Now, look, there's so many versions of them. I know someone's going to come out and be like, oh, but those are not the real ones. And if we do that, we're going to be here for hours. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because different people have different, versions that they go by and all that. So sorry, guys. You know what I mean? But let's see if I could find here. Where the hell? I thought I had them ready. I don't know what happened.
He said, you should have no other God before me. you should not
I
make.
am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have not have any strange gods before me, or any gods before me. Is this a necessary, is this necessary for mankind and all that,
No,
Kelly? In your
no.
So it's rated very, very low, right? To you?
Yeah, yes, it's rated on the zero. It's rated
Okay.
0. Waste of time.
Okay. Number 2, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
That's not going to help mankind, bro.
No, no,
it's
no.
no way, shape, or form. Okay. Number 3, remember to keep holy the Sabbath day.
And what's your Sabbath day is Saturday. It's actually Saturday, and people go to church on Sunday all the time. I don't understand.
That's very, very, very true.
Right.
Not that it makes a difference, but
no, it doesn't. It's that's not important at all.
Yeah, so that's not important. We're already in number 3, and we're kind of like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But if I understand some of you do believe they're very important, so that's what we're going over them. Okay.
Right.
Number 4, honor thy father and mother. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, but to a certain extent, like if you have or parents that are trying to molest you or something, no, you don't have to honor them. But for the most part, especially if you got parents that want to take care of you and make sure that everything that if they're looking out for your best interest, then yeah, you should honor thy mother and father.
Fair enough. Okay. And then number 5, thou shalt not kill.
I agree. Thou shalt not murder is a better way to describe it. But yeah, thou shalt not kill. I mean, it's that right there. That should always come with a caveat, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is always the one they say, like, what do you mean the commandments are bad? Are you against thou shalt not kill? Like, well, no, but number 6, thou shalt not commit adultery. Got it.
Yeah, I don't care about that shit, bro. That's between the husband and wife, bro.
Their problem,
you know what I'm saying? Yes, that's their fucking problem. I don't give a fuck, bro.
That's why when they get married, marriage is basically a contract. And
just married couples who agree that they go fuck other people, man, and still happy together. I don't give a fuck about that shit. It's not important.
Like none of our business, right? But there you go. Thou shalt not steal.
I agree with that. I agree with that one, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Yeah, and I said there's but in a way that can be considered as a caveat too, especially if you're stealing for somebody who's greedy and who harms poor people. You know what I'm saying? Like
a Robin Hood style.
Yeah, they got like a Robin Hood type thing, so that could be a caveat situation too.
As long as you steal with the purposes of giving it to a greater good, you're saying.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
That can have a caveat too.
I got you. Well, there have to be a lot of restrictions to that, but
it has to be like an somebody with extreme wealth, bro, who's just greedy.
Absolutely. 8, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Like lie about people, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, say they saw murder somebody when you did, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with that one, bro.
And this is the one where this is why they have people put their right hand in the Bible, because that totally makes it tell the truth.
Yeah. In the Bible don't mean shit, bro. Motherfuckers put their hand on the Bible all the time and they lie.
Right. By the way, why the right hand? Like I'm stealing this from George Carlin, but why not the left hand? Why the right hand?
Right.
If you do the left hand, does it mean it doesn't work, or is it obsolete?
Like, you know what? I would right now, motherfuckers say, would you swear on the Bible? Would you swear on the Bible that you wouldn't look at another chick? I'll go, and especially if I was trying to fuck some hot chick, I would definitely go do that in a second. Mm-hmm. Like, I would never look at another chick. If you're gonna let me fuck you right now, yes, cool. I'll put my hand on the Bible right now and swear right there it's nothing. It's just a fucking book. Yeah. No problem.
It's basically attacking lying. Like, stop lying. Like, why you always lying?
Like,
that's what this is. Okay, all you motherfuckers out here, like the Alex Joneses, lying out here about shit and all that. A lot of you dudes out there, lying about shit. I'm just saying.
Right.
Now, okay, I mean, there's definitely a caveat with this, bro. Okay.
Right.
If there's a knock, if somebody knocks on my front door, right?
Right.
And I open the door, and it's a little girl, and she's like, "There's this man that wants to kill me," right? And I let her in, And then
Right.
I hear a knock like 2 seconds later after she comes in, or not 2 seconds,
Right.
let's say 2 minutes. I open the door and it's some dude, right, asking for
Right.
this little girl. Like, I'm probably gonna
Right.
lie. He'll be, nah, I
Right.
haven't seen anybody, bro. Nah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna lie until I figure out what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm gonna call the cops, and then we'll see from there. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, there you go. Don't like sometimes you have to lie, right?
Right.
Like you know
There
what I
is
mean?
no time. There's definitely times you should have to lie, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Especially, you can lie to save somebody's life.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that also comes with a caveat, bro.
That,
It's a you know,
by the way, if you like lie about like throwing out the trash, is that like a sin? Is that like
right.
that? Like you're breaking a commandment because
Or
because
your girl like
mm-hmm.
he said, I know you stared at that bitch across the street. I would never look at somebody else. I'm looking at you, babe.
But that's adultery, bro. That's adultery, Kelly. You know what I mean? All right, but let's go ahead and do this number 9. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, bro.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, bro.
There's 10 rules, and this is one of them.
Right.
I wouldn't
Yeah, I
even
wouldn't
have
give a fuck about that.
100 rules, bro. Like,
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't want to fuck with somebody's wife, but it's a situation where, that's a tough situation, man. Because what if she like a super hot chick, man, and you knew that the neighbor, yeah, and she's like looking to come over and try to fuck with you, bro, and you're like, man, look, I'm not trying to fuck her, but she keeps putting pressure on you.
like for all you religious dudes in the chat, let's cut the bullshit, okay?
Right.
All you do is smash, bro. Okay,
of course,
coming on here lecturing us about believing and all that, like you do the first one to go smash, right? But yeah, I don't understand why this is an important commandment. To be honest with you, it's on the wife to be faithful to her husband. It's not your job.
Yes, no, it's not my job at all. Hey, she came to me, bro. That's all, like, bro. I didn't pursue her. She pushed hard for me, man. I had no choice.
It's not my she's got a nice ass, bro. Sorry. Okay.
I had to hit that, bro.
Like, if anything, I did you a favor. She's a fucking whore. Divorce.
Yeah, man. You need to go ahead. You can do better, brother. Don't even worry about it. I expose her for you. I expose her for you.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. I want to take somebody else's property. You know, I think.
Yeah, you should want to see. Yeah. Like if you take it, but I mean, it's like just by it all depends on by covet. Covet means that you can just want something without actually going to go get it. Like if you like, it's like, okay, there's a bike I want. I looked at my neighbor has, and I want to go get it too, but I'm not stealing it. Who cares? But I mean, if you're trying to steal it, then that's a whole nother subject, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you shouldn't steal it, shit. But if you just want something, that's nothing. So that's kind of a gray area thing right there.
What about boxers that want to take the belt from the champion? You know, they're coveting it. Like,
right?
Is that a sin?
Yeah, you know that's what that was kind of Keith Urban was kind of alluding to it. You said, by not fight Earl Spence, you like you shouldn't. He said you shouldn't covet my belt. That's what Keith Urban ran for Earl Spence for a long time because the Bible said that Earl Spence shouldn't covet his belt. So he was just trying to follow the Bible. That's all. That's what Earl Spence. That's what Keith Urban should have said, bro. That shit would have me weak.
He just said, "Man, I want a nice car like that." Oh, I just broke a commandment. You know what I mean? Like, do I agree that being jealous of somebody or hating on someone? I know that's an overused term,
right?
Because their life is good. Is that unhealthy? Absolutely.
Right.
Is it like something we should put in 10 commandments to follow? Like, I don't know about that.
I mean, if you want to say that's the player, that's the player. That should be in the player commandments. It's like, thou shalt not be a player hater. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, if you want to put it in that, bro. But hater, I mean, in some ways, I wish dudes would be a hater because some dudes some dudes live their whole life,
right?
Just hating on people, man. I just don't understand, bro. You get joy out of life, like, oh, I can't wait to hate on this fucking guy. It's like, fuck this dude, man. He got everything I want and shit. I fucking hate his ass.
Right.
Fuck him, man. but I mean, come think about it for a minute, bro. If you had this hot chick and your neighbor, man, he was coveting her, and you knew if your girl keeps hanging around with her, he can get her.
Mhm.
And would you be like, thou shalt not covet your neighbor's wife?
I just don't understand why. And and I know what a lot of people are going to say. There's a lot of beliefs out there that know what we know, right, Kelly? Like there's more than 10,
Right.
right? But like I get all that, guys. But like you're telling me that the first 10 rules of these were the first 10 rules. Like, and I always hear it's always the same thing. Well, what, you don't think thou shalt not kill is good? Well, yeah, it's a good rule. Yeah, sure. Thou shalt not steal, but there's always a two, and other ones have a lot of caveats to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there's one about the fabrics. That's a commandment, bro.
Yes. Thou shalt not wear cotton and satin at the same time. Thou shalt not wear silk. Thou shalt not wear silk and silk and hemp at the same time. How dare you wear silk and hemp?
Does anyone know, what are some other ones? Is the one about don't eat shrimp and all, are those part of the commandments, or is that something else?
I could have swore that was in the commandments too. Okay. And I know it spoke about not eating the hoofed animal, which everyone knows for them. Well, at least everyone has alluded to it being a pig. Right. So I mean, that's a really big deal. Not supposed to eat pigs or
right.
The reason I wanted to eat shellfish was it's considered to be a dirty animal because it eats everything at the bottom of the ocean or the river, the riverbed. So either the ocean floor or the riverbed, bro. So that's
like a commandment.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a commandment. It should have been like, look, don't eat it because it's a health issue, but not because you should be sentenced to death. Like I'm gonna send you to hell to eat shit like that.
The whole the whole where's the whole you could beat the slave, but only but not to the point of death. You know what I mean? Just before they're at the brink of death. You could
but think about this. What if there was nothing but shellfish and pigs for you to eat in order to survive? As a guy like you should die. You should die. You do not eat that. Death before yourself. But if I eat it, I can live. No, you must die. You must pass away. You must pass away instead of eating what will help you live.
So now let's start the comparison, right? Let's start to compare our commandments to these. The ones we just went over. We wanted to present both of them. Okay. So the first commandment is no bestiality.
I agree. Yep.
By the way, we don't have them in a particular order, by the way. We're just we're going to name 10 of them. No bestiality. Is that a good commandment? I want to ask people in the chat, is that a good commandment to have? No bestiality. Because I think that's important. I think it protects the animals who are innocent, right? And it stops people from doing, in my opinion, that's far more disgusting than eating shellfish. I don't know how you feel about that, but I think it's fair.
No, I mean, yes, you shouldn't be able to engage in sexual activity with an animal, man. That should be common sense. That should have definitely been one of the first fucking 10 commandments, bro. I mean, it really it shouldn't have to be said. It should be just something that should just be known by people. You're a person. It's a fucking animal. You shouldn't even be attracted to it. You know what I'm saying? At that point, there should be no attraction whatsoever from you to an animal. So we shouldn't even have to do this, but unfortunately we do, because unfortunately millions of people engage in this kind of fucking activity. So yeah, it should be there. That should definitely be on the fucking list.
So no bestiality is the first commandment in our list. And I honestly think, like D. Hodges says, you can't decide who a person or an animal. Bro, it's a commandment, bro. Leave the animals alone, bro. Okay?
Yeah.
like you can totally decide. I don't know where you stand on this, bro. You could decide if a man should want something or eat shellfish. That totally makes sense.
Right.
Like you could judge somebody for eating shellfish. That's bad. Wearing cloths of different types. That's bad. You know what I mean? Not honoring your father because he's fucking, molesting you. That's bad. But bestiality, come on, bro. You can't judge people by what they like.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, man.
That's some sick shit, bro. Sick. To tell you how the people in the Bible they didn't really think this whole thing out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't think it out at all because.
This
But
thing ain't
then again,
working out.
they probably assumed that. I'm pretty sure. I won't be surprised even back then there was some people sneaking and having sex with animals. I mean, just people are
Right.
fucking disgusting, bro.
Right.
But those people probably couldn't even imagine something like that happening. Maybe those some people didn't know anybody who did that or engaged in those activities because, of course, there were no social media or internet where there would be people uploading videos of them doing nasty shit with animals. Sick shit. I just don't understand people like that. But yeah, that definitely should be on the list. And
Yep.
to me, I mean, I wish it would be more enforced. I mean, you should do some
It
serious
should be a
prison time,
commandment.
bro.
It should be a
Yeah,
commandment. Like, you know,
yeah.
that's why it's in our commandments. You know what I mean? Number 2, no rape, no sexual assault, and no incest. We put all those together.
Yep,
Okay.
none at whatsoever, bro. You should not be able to. You should not have sex with your cousin. You should not have sex with any family member whatsoever. Should be out of it. You should not. You should not force um, a male or a female to have sex with you without permission.
Right.
That should be. That just makes absolute sense, and it should be. That should be. I mean, that should be something else that shouldn't have to be said, but unfortunately, it has to be said. There should be it should be consensual. No, and to me, you shouldn't be able to consent to having sex with your family members. You shouldn't. That should never cross your fucking mind. That's
Right.
something that should never have to be said. It's a relative. You shouldn't. There's plenty of women outside of your family who you can fuck. There's plenty of men outside of your family who you can have sex with. Choose someone. Go choose one of them. Stop
Yep.
looking within your family for sex partners. That's fucking gross. So yeah, it shouldn't have to be said, but unfortunately, it has to be said. This one of those things that it's an issue, bro. It's a
And
real
we put
issue.
incest is in there because that is sexual assault in a way. Like if a father's doing it to an underage girl or some cases boys, that shouldn't be done. You know what I mean?
Bro,
But just in
I actually had
general, yeah.
no. So I just want to say something to you real quick, man. I actually had a former subscriber that I blocked asked me before. He said, "Do you think it's okay to have sex with my second cousin?" I mean, why? I mean, this other woman out there. Why the fuck are you looking within your family, bro? Someone who's related to you. Well, they said the blood is not that vast. I don't give a fuck, bro. The word cousin should be a turnoff. I don't get it, bro. It's just like a step cousin where there's no blood related. Where you know you're not actually blood related by marriage. You want to go sneak and do something with it. That's completely different. But the fact that this person is somebody where you guys share relatives through blood is gross. Bro,
Yeah, so
it should be.
and that's why no rape, no sexual assault, no
Right.
incest. It's a commandment. Okay, like if I was a god, that would be a commandment of mine. You know what I mean?
Definitely one of mine, bro.
For sure. And I think this is just number 2. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you guys
Right.
tell us how we're doing with the commandments here. You know what I mean? Let's go to number 3. Do not initiate violence on thou spouse.
I agree with that. I totally 100% agree with that. It's sometimes a situation where it could be due to substance abuse, or it could be a situation where the other spouse is hitting the other spouse because they're looking for control. There's multiple reasons why spouses get physical with one another, and I think it's a two-way street. I think it's a two-way street. Neither the man nor the woman should be allowed to hit each other, man. I know that men are stronger, but women shouldn't hit men either. You see relationships right there where men won't do anything back, and the woman beats them. Now the man could actually hurt her, but he's choosing not to. And sometimes the men are just weak like that. I would just tell my girls, like, I'm gonna walk away. If I'm coming back and she's still hitting me, we're gonna end up breaking up, man, because she's not gonna keep hitting me, because I feel like at some point I'm going to snap on her and try to knock her through a fucking wall. So it's her protection and my protection. I'm saving myself from myself as as well as she's fucking hitting me, because that shit hurts.
Yeah.
You fucking hit me in the ear or an eye, something like that, and shit. And, especially if it hurts really bad. and I get enraged, and I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna knock you through this fucking wall. I'm gonna put you through the wall. I'm gonna hit you so goddamn hard you're gonna go through the wall, or I'm gonna throw you through the fucking wall. Or I'm gonna slam you through the table. So you would want to stop at this point, because now it's not gonna work out for you. So
Right.
yeah, I don't think that men or women should be allowed to put hands on one another. Period. Period. And I know a lot of people don't. There's still people like, well, men are strong. No, but women shouldn't be allowed to put hands on them. It's two adults. If you can't discuss it. If you guys can't discuss the issue without being violent, then you shouldn't be together.
Right.
That's my mindset.
Absolutely. So I think so far so good, right? Here's number 4 that we talked about. Let me get it on here real quick. Do not bring harm to or molest children.
Once again, it's something that shouldn't have to be said, but it has to be said.
Right.
Those people right there, man. My mindset, child molesters should be put to death. Period.
Right.
No, I don't want to hear about jail time. I know people like look for them. There's times where I'm against the death penalty. There's times that I'm not. This is one of those times that I'm pro death penalty. I don't want them to serve time. I want them to go on death row. That's what I want. I want the laws to be changed so we can put these fucking people on death row, and I want these people put to death. We have evidence. If we have significant evidence that that's what they did, then we need to be giving these people the death penalty. What purpose does it serve to allow someone like that to exist in society? Those people shouldn't even be allowed to breathe. I don't think there's no use for people like that in society. I want them eliminated. I do. I want them dead. Unfortunately, I know there's a lot of people who would disagree with me. There's a lot of people who actually agree with me, though. That's the thing. And this is what I want. I want the death penalty for child molesters. I do.
I agree with that 100%. Shout out to Ronald Finkley, and D Hodges says facts. All right. I agree, man. This one is common, and it's not in the. Is it in the Bible? I don't think it's in the Bible.
Nope, they left that one out of the Bible too. It's just unbelievable. That should not have been left out of the Bible. But God is something that God would have known that child molesters was going to exist because He made them. So He definitely should have put that in there.
All right. So number 5, do not intentionally mistreat the animals, plants, and the earth.
He said, "Do not intentionally yes." I agree with that. You definitely should take care of the earth. We have to live here. It's important for us to maintain clean water. We need water to be clean. It's also good to maintain the ocean, maintain ocean life, and maintain the plant life within the ocean. It's very important for us to make sure that we treat animals well, because we still use animals as our food source. It's also good to treat animals well so we can maintain the ecosystem. So we must maintain the environment so we live. By maintaining all species and make sure that all species survive on Earth and thrive on Earth, we will survive because we're part of the food chain. The ecosystem is imperative to human existence. Right. I don't think people really understand that. Just like honeybees are going extinct. Honeybees are essential to human existence. Honeybees are essential to plant life, to thriving, to the cross-pollination of plants. So we definitely need honeybees to be around. So that's why I say all life, even bugs that we cannot stand, they're all essential. Everything's here for a reason, and every living thing on Earth plays its role in the ecosystem, and it's there for a reason.
Absolutely. Plus, I mean, a lot of viruses we get, it has a lot to do with that. People are capturing bats and wild animals and mistreating them, putting them in like small cages and close quarters to each other.
Right.
Proximity, the high stress levels, animals should that is animal abuse. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is.
And in turn, it does affect us. You know what I mean? So, and then, like you said, the ecosystem, our planet. I mean, I just think that I think it's common sense. You know what I mean? That this should be a commandment. Number 6 is pretty straightforward, Kelly. Do not steal.
Yes, do not steal. We spoke about that earlier. Also comes with a caveat. Can come with a caveat in different situations, but for the most part, thou shalt not steal, man. And most people, what you see is a lot of poor people stealing from other poor people, man. It's like if you steal from someone who doesn't have it, bro, that's the ultimate evil, man. To do that. So yeah, for the most part, just stay away from stealing, man. I understand that there's a time of being Robin Hood for somebody, the greedy bastard who's stolen from poor people, because there are wealthy people who steal from poor people, and to me, stealing from them shouldn't be against this shit. I would give that person a pass as long as they took as long as they took what they stole and handed it out to the very poor. I would be okay with it. If they try to keep it all for, if they try to hoard it for themselves, then it's just stealing. But if you're out there stealing to help the impoverished, then I'll give you a pass. So there's a caveat to it. It's a strict caveat. If I'm is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. I mean, we're just kind of throwing this out there, guys. I mean, we're comparing them to an all-knowing God. The guy said, "Put these commandments." You know what I mean? But so we haven't even gone through the details, the bullet points. You know what I mean? But it's just it's an overall kind of feel about it, and this is one that we do agree with. Thou shalt not steal. You know what I mean?
Ronald Finkley sent you a super chat.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get to that one in a little bit.
Okay.
I'll definitely get to that. I promise you guys.
Okay.
7, no greed or selfish behavior. 7th commandment.
Yeah, how we see that right now from CEOs regularly laying off, furloughing a bunch of workers on a regular basis, telling them to go hit the unemployment market because they refuse to pay them while doing this downtime. We also know that that multinational corporations and the wealthy, hold on a second, receive bailout cash, and they lobby Congress to make sure that during the bailout that they're taken care of. And of course, unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily benefit us. What they've done is the wealthy, the ruling class, have used this opportunity. What I should say, and it has become an opportunity for them. They've used this crisis in order to steal more money from the bottom 90%. And if you look at that bottom 90%, does not have the wealth of that top 10%. We don't. We have less wealth than the top 10%. So it seems very. And then we have people who are extremely poor, and for them to steal from those people, how sick are you? Where you feel like you gotta bleed an ant, like you gotta take blood from an ant. Fuck that. Fuck that ant. I know there's still blood in it. Let me get every fucking drop out of it. And that's what's happening with the ruling class. The ruling class is trying to make sure there's nothing left. They don't want to leave us with anything. They want to make sure they get every fucking drop of blood, man. They're fucking parasites, man. They're vampires, bro. they're vultures picking at the last big meat. Go for it.
Greed is a problem. You know what I mean? And being selfish causes a lot of problems too. You know what I mean? And I think if this was a commandment and people, and there was a God and this was a commandment, it would make the world better.
It would be, because there'd be a lot of people suffering, bro. A lot of these CEOs, like someone like Jeff Bezos. Look, dude, you're worth $122 billion, man. When is enough enough? Look, it's not. It's to me, people are like, oh, you're just being a hater. No, man, that shit ain't sustainable, bro. For a few people to hoard all the fucking wealth, bro. Yeah. It's not good. That means there's a lot of people who are extremely impoverished, bro. That's not a healthy society, bro. If Jeff Bezos was only worth like $1.2 billion, he'd still be fine. He still wouldn't have to work the rest of his life. The next generation will still be set for life. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to have $122 billion. What the fuck are you going to do with that money? And what you see is with some of these billionaires like Bill Gates now and Jeff Bezos, they're on the road to trying to become the Earth's first trillionaire. You know, it's like it's a race to become a trillionaire now, bro. Right. It's fucking maddening, bro. Really?
Meanwhile, there's people dying of hunger around the world.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And if someone believes in a God, how can you not believe a God would require this type of commandment?
Well, according to the Bible God wouldn't go for that at all. Right. The Bible God is actually against this hoarding of wealth like this.
It would be nice if it was in the commandments.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. But at least it does say in the Bible, it's easier for, like I said, it's easier for a man to enter to enter an evil. No, it's easier for a man. Well, let me paraphrase it. It's easier for a man to enter a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the eye of a Campbell or some shit. I forgot what the fuck that shit. But
Yeah.
I fucked it all up.
It's
I said it earlier.
it's
Remember I
easier.
said it earlier.
Yeah. It's easier for a camel to enter the eye of a needle than a rich man
Yeah,
to enter. Yeah.
yeah. I said it right earlier and forgot about it because I guess it's not that important in my life. But still, I agree with it though, man. That's one thing in the Bible that I can actually. One of the things in the Bible I can agree with. The Bible has a couple things that I can agree with.
Yeah.
I can get behind that shit, man. Extreme wealth is sickening. It's a disease. It's a sick behavior, and it's power. What it is, it's not that they need the money. It's more power and prestige and the fact, and then feel and they feel like they're important. The more wealth they get, and people make them feel like they're important. If you look at the media speaks to people like Jeff Bezos. They speak to people like Bill Gates. Like they uphold them like, okay, they're wealthy, so they must know more than everybody else. Not on every subject, bro. And it's stupid. If you want to talk about the tech industry, then that's a good idea to listen to them. But when it comes to scientist shit, why the fuck would I listen to Bill Gates? It's not a fucking scientist or a doctor. Doesn't make any sense. But they take if they just want to do an interview, they can just call up. They'll get an interview just like that.
I got you.
Nothing.
Shout out to Ronald Finkley. I hope nobody missed Trill Talk Prime tonight. Important information about the coronavirus. I did tune into Trill. I did listen to the morning show. I've not listened to Prime Time yet, but I will check that out for sure. Shout out to
Trill. The general on there. He kind of like I said. I gotta go back and listen to it because I went to go handle something else. But he got asked about 5G.
Okay.
About it. So I don't know what he said about it. I'm hoping he said something sane.
Gotcha.
I don't know about it anymore. I want to believe people, but I've seen some people, like I said, that I know are highly intelligent. And,
I just want to make sure people understand, like, generals are not monolithic. Like, you could get 10 people, they'll give you 10 different opinions. You know what I mean?
Right.
I see it all the time. But
right.
But I do appreciate the support, Ronald Finkley. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to True Boxing Talk. Black Fight Fan doing his thing. Let's go ahead and go to the next commandment. This one's pretty straightforward, and this was important, Kelly, because we always get all these explanations like, nah, well, this is what God meant, or nah, God, he didn't condone it, but what he really tried to do was kind of, how about this, right? How about just that? No slavery.
Nope.
That's it.
And don't try to justify indentured servitude, which I see people do all the time. I know you probably heard it too. People are like, well, it's indentured servitude, man. Get the fuck away from me, bro. I'm not trying to hear that at all.
That's why
no slavery period
of any kind. You know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, it's slavery, but it's not like whipping them slavery. Like, bro, no slavery. Okay. No, if you're good to them, no. You don't get to own another human being, period. Point blank, period.
Facts.
How about that? Is that controversial to say? Is that
no,
hard?
No.
You could say don't eat shellfish. But for slavery, it's like, oh, well, I mean, if you own a slave, I mean, you could beat him, but don't beat him to the point of death. You know what I mean? Like, just make sure he still survives the beating.
Well, it sounds like maybe the person that wrote the Bible or the people that wrote the Bible, maybe they own a couple slaves. So they're probably like, well, we don't want to necessarily, we want to make ourselves feel better about it. We're nicer to our slaves than some of the other people. So we want to kind of convince people to be nicer to their slaves. But we also don't want slaves to try to run away. So we got to make sure that the slaves understand that you need to work. You need to work for us until you die. But, but you have to be nice to us too. You know what I mean? You need to be happy. You need to be proud. You need to worship your slave owner. Yeah. The Bible's telling you should, show respect and honor honor your slave owner. Get the fuck out of here, bro. This shit is crazy. Like, it's not rational, bro.
No slavery whatsoever. How about that?
Yeah.
Like, it says no slavery. Look, it would be very hard to justify slavery as a Christian or anybody if it literally said in the commandment no slavery. Like, it could tell people don't wear two fabrics of different kinds, but it can't tell them, Like, can you imagine, Kelly, if it did that for like fabrics? You know what I mean? Like, If you do happen to wear two fabrics of the same kind, make sure you do 10 prayers so you could, cure yourself of the evil of the two fabrics. And like, it literally just told him not to do it. You know what I mean?
It's what I don't understand. It's so dumb for this to be a thing anyway.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. Two fabrics. I mean, people who wrote, and for people to buy into that shit, like, really, I'd have looked at that like, really, okay, this is the two fabrics thing. Probably would have gotten me to ignore the rest of the whole Bible anyway. Just looking at that stupid ass shit, I'm like, man, really, you made that shit up, bro. You could have fooled me with a better list of commandments, bro. Get the fuck out of here. This is bullshit.
Yeah. Let's go to number 9. Do not murder. This was already in the existing one, but this is one of the ones we agree with.
Yes, and we said murder for a reason because we kind of modified it from kill because it is a caveat, man. Self-defense, bro. Mm-hmm. Self-defense is a caveat that you deserve. If you have to kill somebody in order to save yourself or your family, that's justifiable, man. That's not murder. That's self-defense. So I'm okay with that. It's with the caveat. Now, like I said, some things deserve a caveat, and other things deserve to be black and white. And murder, or should say, killing is something that should be black and should have some type of gray area. Like you may have to kill because you're hunting for food, so you may have to kill something. You know what I mean? But it just, to me, no trophy. To me, but that whole not harming animals, no trophy hunting. Which we could throw that in that list of do not harm animals. No trophy hunting. Trophy hunting should be banned. If you hunt to eat. You hunt to eat. Period. No trophy. You don't kill for trophy to hang a fucking head in your house. That's sick.
Well, and that goes back to number 5. Don't mistreat the animals of the land and stuff like that.
Right.
For sure. So we got that covered. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as far as the number 10, although we had some other ones, by the way, we don't have to limit ourselves to 10, just like the Bible doesn't. But here's one we talked about. It's already in the Bible, but we added the caveat. You know what I mean?
Right.
On there, because we already kind of touched on it. Honor parents that honor the other commandments.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Yes, because there are parents who, and it's unfortunate to some more, like we said, once again, it's sick shit. There are parents who, sexually assault their kids. And if you're a kid who's been sexually assaulted by your parents, you do not have to honor them.
Right.
To me, you have the right. To me, if you have the ability to defend yourself, I say go ahead and defend yourself. Those parents of yours, I would disown my parents if I knew they were doing something. If they did something like that to me, I would disown.
Like if they were doing bestiality, you know what I mean? You got to disown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a disown.
Raping, incest, sexual assault, bad. You know what I mean?
Bad.
Violence. So like if your dad's beating up your mom, why should you honor your dad? You know what I mean?
No, you shouldn't.
Maybe just your mom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or vice versa. If your mom's always beating up your dad for no reason, why should you honor her? You know what I mean? 7, do not harm children. If they're harming children, including yourself, why should you honor them? Not. If they're mistreating animals and torturing animals and all that, why should you? You know what I mean?
Now, remember, that's what shit what Jeffrey Dahmer was doing before he started doing, eating people and shit like that too. They said Jeffrey Dahmer used to torture and harm animals with the first sign that somebody's a fucking sociopath.
So that's why the caveat of if they honor the other commandments, then you should honor them. Right. You know what I mean? If they're good people, then of course you should honor your parents. You know what I mean? And it is important because you have a lot of kids that are very disrespectful to their parents, stuff like that.
Right.
So very, very important. You know what I mean? But the caveat is important. So if anything, we improved the commandment, Kelly.
Yes, I agree.
We added an amendment to it.
Yes, it's far more moral than the other one, bro. The other one just flat out stupid, bro. And really, it requires personal responsibility, in my opinion.
And I agree with you, Hodges. It's hard because there's good parents, bad. It's up to you to decide. If your parents breaking some of the commandments, you still want to honor them. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just saying you've got to kind of look at it. And some people are just bad people. We went over the commandments, bro. There you go. So you guys decide. You guys tell us which commandments are better. If our commandments or the ones in the Bible. You know what I mean? And yes, if your life on the line, be ready. Absolutely. If you got to kill because someone wants to kill you, then you
Yeah,
absolutely defend yourself. Yes.
yeah, we're totally okay with you defending yourself, man.
Yep.
Defending your kids. There's nothing wrong with that. That's human nature.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're supposed to do.
True
So
talk.
no, we say hunting is normal. But we say hunting for food, hunting for sport.
Mhm.
No, that's not.
Like,
Hunting
like,
for
like
sport is not good.
Native Americans used to hunt the buffalo, and so did the European, but they both did two different things. The Europeans were doing it for sport. The Indians were eating it. They were using everything on the buffalo.
Yes.
They even made teepees out of it. You know what I mean? Like they
Right.
made good use of everything.
Right.
There's a difference between those two things.
It's much different because what the difference between the Europeans and Native Americans. Native Americans, they nurtured the earth. They paid respect to the earth. They paid respect to the land we call Earth. To the they everything they did, they would show love to they would show love to the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
They maintained the ecosystem. They show respect to it. Whereas the Europeans like fuck the ecosystem, fuck all that shit, man. We're just we're trying to get ours. So we're gonna gut this fucking place.
Right.
We're willing to gut this fucking place, and as long as we get whatever we want. And I have a problem with that, bro. I do.
Yep.
I have a problem with that.
There's another one. You know how we said we could do 11? Like we had do not bring unwarranted harm to people.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's another one we could have included. So we could put that against the fabric one all day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, if you but I just think if and I know what some people may say, Callie, just as the last question to you, what about people that say, yeah, but God wants people to be obedient to him because the fear of him makes them better people. That's why those first few commandments are all about him.
That's a problem. I mean, God has serious issues, man. The Bible God. I mean, remember the Bible God said, I am a jealous God. What kind of stupid shit is that, bro? That's like we got a supernatural being or supernatural being out there who could do whatever the fuck he wants. Created all life in existence.
Right.
And this dude needs you to praise him all the time. But he also believes that he gets to leave a lot of gray areas. He gets to be very vague in his teachings, and he hopes and leaving an opening for your own interpretation. And if you get it wrong, he's going to be upset with you. Why are you sinning? Well, I didn't understand what the fuck you were talking about. There's something very wrong with that. The fact that if there was a Bible God, the Bible God existed, and he did that to you. So like he's intentionally trying to make sure that he has people who fail. Like he wants failure so he can send them to hell. And that's what his list looks like. It's like, okay, I'm gonna set traps for people. I'm gonna make sure people fail so I can send them to hell. That's why I created hell, because this is fun for me. Yeah. So and the Bible guy would be playing games. And that's exactly what it would look like if he existed. To me, I would view him as a God playing games.
Right.
It sucks, man, but people are looking at him like, oh, well, God is evil. God is not evil. He's good. Mm-hmm. Like that. No, your God is evil, man. He really is.
Yep.
I mean, for just pro murder, he's gonna be pro slaughter, not just murder, slaughtering villages and shit, bro, over petty shit. I mean, what else can you say? But he's not a good person, and he's not a good being. He's horrible.
There's a reason we didn't add like other shit here. Like we didn't put thou shalt not have sex in another position other than missionary. Like not that one's in the Bible, but there's a lot of religious teachings out there that do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
We didn't put thou shalt not do prostitution because what a woman does with her own body it isn't my concern to that level. Right. Like to make it a law, a commandment and people wanting things and being jealous or coveting things, I just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I think these are more effective to a better society. Any final thoughts, Callie, before we wrap this one up?
Yeah, man. Thanks for letting me come on, man. I appreciate it as always, man. Yeah, this was a great discussion, man. And of course, our list is better. But you never know. I guarantee you, if we can put that list back out there again for a debate, and we will probably get people to tell us that God's list is better still.
And that's what we put it out here that way. I mean, I'm not going to be on till like, damn. I might be on tomorrow though. I'm trying to get the day off tomorrow. I don't know if you ever get that feeling we just don't want to work.
Yeah, bro. I get that.
I'm burnt out a little bit. Like I've been working.
I get that feeling pretty much every day lately, especially with the COVID-19 going on.
Yeah, man.
I just don't feel like getting up.
I'm working like 12-hour shifts. Like I'm just tired, bro. You know what I mean? And I just want to. So I might come out tomorrow, but if not, then Saturday night or Sunday, Monday for sure. So you guys kind of think about it and all that. Like you know what I'm saying? So, and that's that, man. I want to thank you, Kelly, for coming in. I might get the Ten Commandment part, just put in a separate video, just so people could take a look at that, man. But
man, I think we should run this over again, man, and whenever you decide to do a debate or something like that on it, because I guarantee you, there's going to be people who are going to say that God's commandments are better. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Oh, I'm right too. Somebody's going to say it. You're going anti-God. God made his list for a reason. But even with all that, let's just say your God isn't right. I mean, doesn't exist. When you say that ours is better, no, because God does exist. You already know how it's gonna go, bro. They're afraid to even pretend like their God doesn't exist for a minute. It's a scenario. But they're even afraid to do it, and they'll be afraid to do it in a scenario, man. So,
dude, like the fabric one is retarded, bro. I'm sorry.
It's really retarded.
It's the most retarded. Like I'm not even gonna apologize for saying that. Like it's retarded. Okay.
No, it disqualifies the entire Bible, man. Damn near just for that.
Like, I can say anything, and it'll be better than that. I could say, "Thou shalt have no catch weights in boxing fights." It'll help. It'll do more for us than the fabric thing. You know what I mean? And shout out to you, A-Rod, man. Showing some support. Stay safe. Got here late. Absolutely, man. Go back, man. Listen to it on archive.
Thou should not support Dillian White in any fight.
You know what I mean? But and shout out to you, Jay Hodges, and all that. This is DStyleBoxing. Peace out, guys.
Late.
Peace.